Hello, Albert.
Good evening, Melissa. How are you today?
I'm good. You've just walked in the door. You're fresh from the Waipa track
Yep,
and straight into Tube Talk.
yep. I'm dedicated. Not as dedicated, though, as the interviewer who was chomping at the bit to get in and talk about the horses.
Well, let's talk about the horses. It's a huge week of results.
It was an excellent week. Really good week of results. Where should we start?
Shall we go through chronologically this week?
Yeah.
So,
And some big plans to talk about, I think.
Yep.
Horses.
Yeah. So, Thorn Pass on Saturday.
Yeah, Thorn Pass Saturday was excellent. Super win. We said last week he was our best chance, didn't we? And he was. Robbie got him out of the barriers a little bit better. He drifted a little bit in the running, but he was just superior to them. And it was a mighty Solomon-esque performance, I thought. He came from probably second last on the turn and won with authority. So, yeah, he's a really smart stayer in the making. We want to step up a ground with him now, but he won over a mile. I don't think we want to go to 2200, and that all the races coming up the next few weeks are 2200. I think that 600 metre jump's too much. So we might wait 4 weeks and run at Awapuni in a $30,000 85 2,000 metre race, and then he's ended for the Dunstan Stayers final at Ellerslie on the 1st of January with 75,000, and post that race we'll make a decision whether to go up there. But he's a horse that is going to go right through the grades.
Right, and Rude Awakening back in form.
She was super, wasn't she? You know, seven months off the track. Counties Bowl had to work overtime to get to the lead and kicked hard, and only ran out of gas the last 50. It was only fitness. She had a big blow afterwards. We were wrapped with her run, thrilled. You know, another black type placing, and she's come through the race and has improved since. Like she's bouncing around. Saw her at the track this morning, and she just looks $1 million. So she's improved for that run. She will now go to the Concord Group 2 1200 metres at Ellerslie next Saturday the 6th. We've decided to go there. We had a bit of a juggle about plans. And then all going well, she'll go to the Group 1 Railway 1200 metres on the 1st of January. And we are thrilled to pieces with her. Class is permanent.
And I'm excited about this guy, Billy Mojo.
Yeah, it was good on Sunday. I couldn't go to the races. We had Sophie's birthday, who has interviewed me before on Go Racing Tube Talk. So we couldn't be there, but great. Paul Walker, his first horse, first winner. Yeah. He was over the moon, and Sir Colin and Lady Verna Meads were there as well in the ownership, and a lot of good clients actually. And he just killed them. He destroyed them. You know, I think the difference was first up, he just got a bit lost and he hung and changed putting Danielle back on him, and he found the fence, and well, he won by 3, but probably could have won by 5. We'll now head to the Crack a Million with him. He's gone $1 million. He's come through the race brilliant, but it's 2 months away, so we can't actually. We need to give him a 6-day break now, and he'll probably run Boxing Day at Ellerslie in a $40,000 race. He still needs a couple more $1,000 prize money to make the Crack a Million, but then into the Crack a Million. So very exciting. Big plans for Billy, or William, as we call him when he's been naughty.
And on Wednesday there was Seize the Moment.
Yeah, Seize the Moment, fresh up, first race for 12 months, and was always going to improve and need it. And he ran really well for third over 1,200 metres. He's probably a natural miler and possibly a bit further. I said to Stephen this morning, he was so relaxed at the track, and he was so sort of relaxed even before the start and things. I just think we'll run a blood off him. Like, I just wonder if he was so relaxed, if he was a touch lethargic, and he may have just had something. I mean, he can't complain. He's a third in his first start for 12 months, and we were thrilled, and we know he'll improve with that and be really hard to beat next start. But I think we'll just run a blood off him and see if there's anything going on, because he was just so laid back. So, but no, first up for 12 months, we're thrilled with him. He'll be winning very quickly. Yeah.
Right.
Half brother to save at the moment.
And then on Thursday, Mayor's Choice.
There's a special horse. Waipa over 1400, drew barrier 11. Couldn't get in, was 3 wide, couldn't get a spot, further back we wanted, flushed.
So far back. So
Flush.
wide.
Yeah, she was flushed about 8 wide on the turn. With 100 to go, she was 6 or 7 lengths off them. And just once she balanced up, she flew and was beaten. One more strike, she would have won, ran second. Hello, Doug. Hello, Doug the pussycat.
Got a
This is Doug.
feline visitor.
This is Doug, my pussycat. He's 15 years old.
It's just at his birthday.
And he caught a bird this week and disemboweled it on the deck. And it's his 4th bird in, I think, about 3 weeks. So he's going good. He's going almost as good as Mia's Choice.
Wow.
So she was, she's a really good filly. Man, she's a good filly. So she's going to go to the Eulogy Stakes next, Group 3, $70,000 mile. Go and see Mum. And
on TV.
and on the 13th of December. So she'll run there. And then, same name as our son. The cat and the son, same name, Doug. We named the son after the cat.
Doug Senior,
Good cat.
Doug Junior.
So she'll go to the Eulogy Stakes, and she can get black type there.
Hang on, I'm just going to get the cat. Give me a push. Right, and a
She's
late,
been kind to the cat. She's not being
late
nasty.
scratching.
Frustrating.
Oh.
Pinzano, fresh up, went to the barriers, looked really good. Like her coat still got to come out a little bit, but she was really happy to be there, had blinkers on.
So what happened?
So she stood in the barriers,
Yeah.
and the horse next to her kicked out, and it made a noise. She thought, barriers opening, time to go, and she jumped. So she jumped straight into the barriers and burst through them, cut her nose, just a little flap of skin. So it was fine, no issues, but the problem is as soon as there's any blood, they're an automatic scratching, so she was out. So really frustrating.
So she's got a band-aid on her nose.
Yeah, it's a band-aid, no stitch, just a band-aid. But, you know, Ray and Judy, who enjoy the fireside chats, they came over from Gisborne to watch her. So, but they were going to seek us tonight, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Well,
so they had
hopefully
that.
it's-
So we had them, and Keith and Gail as well had come all the way up to watch her. So, but she'll be racing again the next 2 weeks, just frustration.
Yeah.
And I think she would have run well. She was really running a nice race.
So we'll look ahead then to Friday's Premier meeting in Otaki.
Yeah, 2 premier meetings this week. Otaki Friday, Ellerslie Saturday.
Sorry, can I just interrupt you to
Yeah.
say this cat is really happy. I'm surprised the viewers can't hear its purring.
He wants to burst back onto the TV. So, Friday at Otaki, the old Levin Classic Day. Who do you want to talk about first?
And we'll talk about Dixie Express.
Yeah, so Dixie Express is in the Group 3 Wellington Stakes. Over a mile for 3-year-olds. Stephen Marsh has got the obvious favourite in it, Sadaj, who's a really good horse. But, man, we've got a good horse. She's a good filly, and she won really well last time. She's got an awkward draw barrier 8 of 12. Rosie Miles on board. We're just going to have to ride her how we find her. But she can run a really good race. It's a big step up for her, going up to Group 3 level, but she's a group quality horse, and she's got it all in front of her, and she can run really well tomorrow, and she'll be at long odds. Would not be surprised to see her running in the first 4.
And who's looking after our owners at Otaki, Mariah?
The Waimate Wonder, Matt Allnut, he's flying up and he's looking after all the owners.
Lucky then.
Yeah, and he told me he's got a pocket full of cash to buy beers and wines with. So if you're there and you see him, make sure he's buying you drinks. He's looking forward to it.
Good on you, Matt.
He said he's writing his winning speech for Dixie Express tonight.
Oh,
so he's got some
fighting
confidence.
fire.
Yeah.
And Type of Tiger's back.
Yeah, he finished off last campaign in a really good vein of form, and he's up to, he nearly won his last start. We actually protested but didn't quite get it. So he's in a $20,000 65 1400. He's won a trial leading into this. I think it'll be probably a dead 5 or 6 tracks will suit him. He's got barrier 4. He is a horse who definitely improves first up after his first up run, but with track conditions to suit, he can run a cheeky race tomorrow.
Cheeky.
He can possibly get a bit of that stake. Yeah.
And Etavari.
Yeah, so Etavari, she's been going some nice races, but we've been all about getting her up over ground at 2100 metres, and tomorrow we do that. She actually won a really good race last start. She hit the line well, she just got too far back. A little bit of an awkward barrier tomorrow, 8. I think we'll try and slot her midfield, and I think she will run a good race. I think horses always improve for their second run over ground, and this is her first run over ground, and so she will be better again next time. She'll continue to improve. but it looks a race which she can run well in. Yeah.
Anything on Saturday, Passing Shot?
Yeah, so Passing Shot is in the listed Trevor Egan Memorial, $50,000 over 1,500 metres. He's got to carry top weight again, 58.5 kilos.
That's tough.
It is tough. But see, last start he carried 59, and the winner, he ran second, and the winner carried 54. That winner's in the same race. He's got 58.5, and now she's got 55.5. So it's only a 3 kilo difference. It's still tough on him, and he'll be even better when he gets back to just a standard set weights race.
Yeah.
But it shows what a good and consistent horse he is.
Yeah.
That's why he's weighted that way.
Yeah.
Barrier 12 of 12, outside barrier. Not happy about that. Mark Duplessis on, who's ridden him most of the way through. And I think we'll try and be positive from the draw. Hopefully. We might have to go back depending on how he begins and the races run. But all things being equal, it'd be nice to posse up reasonably handy. And he'll run a good race. He's working well. It's a strong field, but look, he's one of the better 3-year-olds in the country, and he's on the way up. His big target's the Group 1 Live-In Classic in January, so that's when we want him peaking. But he, on the strength of his last run, he'll be very competitive on Saturday.
And then we'll just shoot down to Central Otago on Sunday.
Cromwell. Yeah, there's a couple of people shooting down.
Who's going?
Danielle Johnson is flying down, and so we've got Danielle on board Mount Difficulty.
Yeah.
That's
great.
Yeah, excellent. Great to have the Premiership leading jockey. She said to me today she's going down there with a girlfriend, taking 2 days off afterwards in Queenstown.
Drink some nice wine.
I'm sure she will.
Jump off some bunches.
Drink some Mount Difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his run on the last day of New Zealand Cup week, the $40,000 race, was a good race. He was back second last. He made excellent ground, made it length in the straight. He's got an awkward, widest draw. We'll probably ride him quiet, but with Danielle on, she'll get the best out of him, and he'll be over the odds. And I know we've said all the way through to follow on, but he's only gone one bad race, and hopefully he can turn his form around and run nicely. And we'll probably give him a week off after this, and then attack Christmas with him, I think. Yeah, but great to have a jockey of her calibre, that we can put on down there.
Right, we've got a few moments left, so shall we have a plug for our sponsor?
Who's our sponsor?
By that, no, I mean...
Go
Shall we
Racing.
tell about the opportunity we have for our viewers?
I thought you were going to say Doug the Cat's our sponsor. He is happy. So, a couple of people have asked me, we've launched our last opportunity for the year, syndication for the year, which is a shocking Goody Two Shoes filly, and we actually only launched it last Sunday.
It's selling like hotcakes, isn't it?
Only 20% left. 80% sold. It's been really popular. And it's obvious why it's popular. She's by a Melbourne Cup winner. She's out of a mare doing a good job. The mare's left Stiletto, who's won 140 grand in 3 races when he even starts in Singapore, and Zanotti, who is her half sister, who's a stakes horse already. And there's another 3-year-old that we've got that's been a little bit unlucky, but is a nice horse. And this filly she's a bigger than average filly, as you want for a horse by Shocking, because they're going to be stayers, and she's going to be an Oaks filly, but she's very athletic, and you don't often get a horse that is a bit bigger than average like her, but is just so athletic and just moves so well, and we really like her. She's all we've done with her is broken her in, turned her out, and she's going to come into training for the first time in a couple of weeks' time. But she's not a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
She is an Oaks filly. She's a classic staying Oaks filly, and she'll trial in the autumn as a 2-year-old and be racing as a 3-year-old. But she's a gorgeous filly. So
And only 20% left.
yeah. So if anyone's interested, let me know. And the shares aren't expensive. It's 4,950 for 10%, and there's 5% shares as well. So just because it's gone so quickly, I just wanted to let people know that she's there, because I'd hate for anybody who was interested in her to miss out. And she's on the website.
Great note to end on. Thanks, Albert.
That's right, and hopefully we can have Doug the Cat back next week too. Cheers.
Bye.